Okay, so I just got back from the war. I am soaking wet. Look at I was in the bush, man. I mean, I was hiding. I mean, Kang's got pictures of us hiding in the bush playing. Um, and I got to finally war with this. I went to a war yesterday, really brief. Our team didn't have very good communication or teamwork, so it didn't work very well. And this war we did extremely well, extremely well. But this blaster, okay, I got to play with it exactly in the same condition of the pre-war review. Now I'm in the car, we're going back. Hank's like, hey, this right here, hey, that works great. You know what I mean? Why do you say that not work great? Well, I didn't say it did not work great. I just said, it's loose. Well, what polymers would you make it? Well, he's got a point. And the other guy, a reviewer, I won't say which one, he says, yeah, you never do a review before doing the whole thing. That is absolutely correct. Have I ever done a review where I didn't know the product? Not at all. So why did I do a review then? To reflect what everybody does with Xplorer in real life. They prejudge it. And I want to do a case where I was prejudging, stating it beforehand that this is before the war, so that you guys see Act 2. What did it do at the war? And what would I say, you know what? It works just fine, doesn't matter. Well, guess what? It worked just fine. It fired great. I threw 18 kilograms through it. No problems. Functionally no problems. Not one jam. Clean magazine feed. Clean everything. Worked with a stock trigger. Worked with everything. Mechanically, it worked perfect. My gripes were I didn't bring any scopes. And I didn't have enough of my own mags. And I didn't have my own darts. So, is that really the blaster's fault that I didn't have any scopes, sights, or anything? I didn't bring that because it's Singapore and I didn't want to get seized by customs? No. Blaster, fine. It is just A-okay. It is fine. Sure, if you want to make this tighter, great, go for it. You want to make this tighter? You know what? You can sit here and you can put fiber tape on the inside of this. There are lots of things I do to bring down the tolerances of it, spacers, this and that. I think you've seen them on my blasters. Fine, you can do that, okay? But out of the box, I didn't have any problems with the shotgun grip. The bolt set did not break. It worked perfectly at 18 kilograms. It functioned flawlessly. I didn't have one problem. Not one. So what people do is they'll say it's expensive, they'll say this, they'll say that. I wanted to metaphorically show that. So if you sit there and you pre-review Xplorer before using it, you're not going to have a good opinion on Xplorer blasters. But I say that about everything. I had an opinion on artifact breaches. Okay, I came here with this kind of, but I actually saw it's okay. It works pretty good. Still not my preference, but it works good. If somebody else shoots it, I'm not going to say, yeah, you really should have an Xplorer breach. No, I wouldn't. Just like people, tell me, well, you really should have a Scar barrel. I have a Merlin. If I want to put rifling on a blaster, I'll just brass one of these barrels and put a Merlin on it. But if I'm happy with how straight it's shooting, which I was, this actually shot really, really well. Even without my hand-glued darts, I'm so obsessed about. I know, guys. But when you're playing, okay. So here's another pre-opinion I have. So this video is post-opinion. Okay, I had another pre-opinion I wanted to talk about that I have. Okay, I myself personally have. Okay, you should use hand-glued darts. You shouldn't use these pre-assembled artifact. ACC darts. They come off of the head. They blow off in one hit. All that. Yeah. But if you're shooting in the jungle and you're probably not going to recover your darts, actually a good idea. However, the darts I'm using where we have a big dart sweep on like a park or a school or a gymnasium where you're pretty sure you're going to recover most of your ammo, that's a good idea to have really, really nice hand-glued darts that you glue by hand. And there's a large market for that. Yes, there's a very big market for that. But in the jungle, you know what? Those Chinese darts out of a Stefan Lengths Explorer, actually a good idea. Actually a very good idea. And I didn't realize it until I came to Singapore. And I want to tell all my Singapore friends, I'm sorry, I did not really realize where you guys were coming from. But yeah, it actually works. They work good for its function. So magazine well. Loose, right? Well, people were telling me that that people have had to go on long shots and sand them and all this stuff because their mags were just too tight, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, so people at the review, I mean, I forget who it was. He said, "You know what, Chris? Yeah, it's loose, but that don't matter." Even like someone who was just at the review, he said, because people usually have to sand that, and you want a fast mag change. You want to be able to hop your magazines out of there. And he showed me a magazine that fit in there, but it was tight, and that was a Pac D mag. Okay, so he put a Pac D mag in there, and he tried to hit this small guy, Altar, I think his name is. He's in the Singapore community. Cool little Singapore guy. I talked to him. I had so much fun, and he couldn't hit this with his small finger and then take it out. So, but use a loose dart like Xplorer, with the Xplorer dart that moved around, like I said, and it was too loose. I saw it had an asset. You hit you pull back the breech, you hit this, that falls right out, boom, because it's loose, it's heavier, everything. So he's like, no, you want loose. So this has really been a conference about pre-opinion, not just the next pre-opinion, not just Singapore's pre-opinion, my pre-opinion, my own pre-opinion. And I'm just going to tell you, do not knock it till you try it. But I also say that about everything else that I have personally had a pre-opinion about. Same thing. Do not knock it till you try it. But sometimes to try it, you have to be in their shoes. When I go to Nick battles, okay, I can't properly put myself in their shoes. I'm going to recover every dart anyway. Why not spend my time and do hand glue darts? Why not? Because, so you can't see it in that perspective. You really have to go in a place where you're going to lose your darts to actually go, okay, this is a good idea then. Never mind, But at any rate, this is Chris Cartea. I like it. My new score for this is about a 9.4. I think it's really nice. I would reinforce this better. I didn't really enforce this. Even Hank said this is not going to last long because you have 18K back there. I would reinforce this a little better. Watch your spring height, like I said, on the catch. And I did not have one misfire, not one miss jam, not one miss anything. If you configure it right, it will dance. Peace out.